This is Lego Venom, and this is every Lego Venom set. And today I'm going to build every single one of Venom's crazy creatures, vehicles, and builds to build a giant Lego Venom army, starting with the smallest and working our way to the largest. Starting with this Venom bike, which comes with a Venom minifigure, which we'll be seeing a lot of. The Lego bike itself is quite large. There's a seat for a minifigure, some blaster cannons on the side, as well as some symbiote hanging off the back of the bike. Our next Venom set is this Lego minifigure pack, which we can satisfyingly tear into. We of course get Lego Venom in this set, as well as Lego Spider-Man and this Venomized spider hand named Pork Grind, whose accessory is a Lego hot dog, which I think would look cooler if we swapped it out for a black one like it's a Venomized hot dog. Speaking of Venomized, we get this Venomized Lego Iron Man, which is a combination of Venom and Iron Man. We also get the most pathetic vehicle for Venom to drive. And now our Lego Venom army has begun, so we'll have to check in on that later. Now let's build this Lego Venom mech, which is pretty much like every other Lego Marvel mech if you built one of those before. There's a seat for Venom to pilot the mech, but it also has much sturdier feet than other Lego mechs, so it's very easy to pose. The mech has these huge arms with these giant claws on the ends of them. There's also a Lego bar piece on the back of the mech, which allows for you to attach a Lego web element, which allows for you to swing this detailed hooded Lego Miles Morales. Next, let's build the Spider-Man Epic Battle Set from Spider-Man 3, and it's the first time we see Venom in a movie. Our first of 3 minifigures in this set is this classic Lego Spider-Man, but we also get a Lego Sandman. He comes with this giant Lego sand tower, which you can push in all sorts of interesting angles. And the Sandman minifigure himself is super detailed, with not one sand glove, but 2 of these giant sand gloves to represent giant arms. Then we can check out this awesome looking Venom, which looks a little more realistic than the Venoms we've seen so far. The Venom symbiote tentacles shooting out of him as well add so much detail. And I absolutely love the fact that the Spider-Man suit and the Venom suit look very similar. The final battle has this cool plaque attached to it, and there's all sorts of details placed into it, and you can pose all the Lego minifigures around it. What is Venom though? It's able to take over things like Iron Man, so it's not its own character. It's a symbiote that infects things to control them, much like its most famous host, Eddie Brock, which we can attach this Venom piece to. Our next Lego Venom set is this giant buildable Lego Venom, who is way larger than a Lego Venom minifigure and has these huge claws, which are perfect for grabbing smaller Lego Venom. There's a printed Venom symbol on the back and the front of this figure. The figure is also super posable, so you can pose Venom in all sorts of cool positions. He also has a detailed head and this crazy tongue sticking out. He reminds me a lot of this giant man figure. Now this next Lego set is as strange as Venom sets get. It's Venom's muscle car. We get ourselves a Lego Spider-Man as well as a Lego Spider-Woman, who comes with this cool looking spider web that's flexible so that you can capture bad guys in it. Get Venom himself in this set, and he's got this crazy amount of symbiote coming off the back of him. And he seems to be after this giant green safe, which is holding some gold inside. In fact, a lot of gold. The set includes a chain in it so that you can attach it to the safe so that it can be connected to Venom's muscle car so that he can attempt to steal it. Well, the muscle car is very cool, and we know Venom has these huge pieces coming off of him, so the muscle car provides a solution to that. You can connect them to the back so it looks like they're hanging off of the car. There's a seat for Venom to drive the car, as well as a place for Venom to store the gold he's stolen from his safe. There's also some stud launchers on the side of the car, and there's plenty of studs for you to place the figures on so you can make an epic chase scene. Now the premise of a Venom muscle car is kind of silly, but so is the idea of a Spider-Man car. I like to imagine that in between fights they're racing each other. We get ourselves another mech in this Spider Jet versus Venom mech battle. On the Spider-Man side of things, we get a Lego Spider-Man as well as a Lego Spider-Man Noir, who's this cool detective Spider-Man. The jet itself, although not Venom themed, is pretty cool. We get a laser cannon up at the front and a seat for Spider-Man to pilot his jet, a disc launcher on one side and a missile launcher on the other, which has this cool feature where you can open up and see the interior details of how it works. There's also a huge set of wings on each side and a smaller set on top of the jet. We get a huge exhaust at the back. Now this Venom is the same Venom minifigure we've been getting, and he gets himself another mech, but this one has 4 arms instead of 2. I honestly think the first mech we looked at is a lot cooler than this one. And now our Lego Venom army is starting to come together. This next set I don't have a box for, but it's the Spider-Man mech versus Venom battle. For minifigures, we get Aunt May as well as Spider-Gwen, who has this super cool surfboard build that flies. Now let's take a look at the Spider-Man mech, which has a seat for Spider-Man, who kind of just snaps into the mech. One arm of the mech ends in a web cannon, which looks super cool, and the other arm seems to be like a web grabber, which can easily pick up villains. Now this Venom build is so cool, Lego doesn't even know what to call it. It's just called Venom because it's like a combination between between a build and a mech. It has superposable feet and legs, as well as these crazy arms which are posable and have huge claws on the end of them. What we see a lot of these Venom builds are these giant tongues, and this one follows along with a huge one. It also has a mouthful of a ton of teeth. And the best part of the whole thing is that it's piloted by a LEGO Venom minifigure. Well, if you're not tired of LEGO Venom yet, here's a giant build of his head, which is pretty accurate compared to the LEGO minifigure head, and it's got a plaque letting you know it's Venom just in case you were wondering if it was Spider-Man. It's got the massive Venom tongue and signature Venom teeth. My favorite feature of this set though is the fact that the inside is hollow so you can hide candy or your LEGO money. Now let's take a look at some different LEGO minifigures Venom's taken over in LEGO. Captain America's easily one of the most iconic Avengers, but he can easily be overpowered by Venom with this crazy looking blacked out helmet and this super cool looking Venomized shield, which I absolutely love. Now even Wolverine can't escape the influence of Venom with this Venomized Wolverine with a blacked out Wolverine mask, although I wish claws looked Venomized. It doesn't matter if you're a hero or a villain because Venom went after Doc Ock and he's got a double-sided head. Venom also must be jealous of Spider-Man's #1 enemy as he went after the Green Goblin, who has this cool Venomized Goblin glider. We also have Anti-Venom, which is legit a color-swapped version of Venom if you look at the two characters. And if you remove Venom's mouth, he kind of looks like Spider-Man in his symbiote suit. Now let's take a look at the LEGO Venom crawler, which probably has the most pathetic LEGO Spider-Man vehicle I've ever seen. This little Spider-Man car, which of course is driven by Spider-Man. It's got these little blasters on the side that seem to shoot some sort of weapon. And there's even some storage in the back, but this thing is going to get destroyed by even the smallest LEGO Venom mech. As for bad guys in this set, we get Carnage, which is another version of the Venom symbiote. And there's another Venomized Iron Man, but this one's different from the first as they have two different styles of helmets. The Venomized Iron Man we get in this set seems to be more overtaken by Venom's powers though. The Venom crawler is certainly an interesting vehicle though, as it's got these giant legs on it. It's got a huge tail at the back, and there seems to be this purple power source at the back of the Venom crawler. There's two seats to fit both the bad guy minifigures on the Venom crawler, and if you flip it over, you'll notice a lot of Technic pieces under the crawler, which give it this cool play feature that its legs move while you push it. If I were Spider-Man, I personally would not be taking this fight with the Venom crawler. This was the most surprising set I bought for this video, and it's the Venomized Groot. It definitely holds up well against the LEGO minifigure version of Groot, and it's the tallest thing we've built in this video. It's a bit sturdier and taller than the buildable Venom character. One half of Groot is covered in Venom, while the other half remains normal. There are these Venomized carnivorous plants coming out of Groot, which I find kind of interesting looking. Now for the Venomosaurus Ambush, which comes with this tiny Spider-Man monster truck, which has a really cool feature. It has functioning suspension, allowing for the monster truck to move up and down thanks to rubber bands hidden underneath the monster truck. It even sticks to the ground when you press it down. There's also a missile launcher on top of the truck, which fires this giant rubber missile. A Spider-Man pig named Spider-Ham is included with this set, and we saw this earlier in his Venomized form known as Pork Grind. We also get this Iron Spider minifigure who's got these huge claws on his back. There's also this little research station where there's some venom coming out of this egg, as well as our LEGO Venom minifigure. But the Venomosaurus has to be the main attraction of this set, with this ginormous Venom tongue and these tiny but mutated Venom T-Rex arms. My favorite part is that there's something hidden back here. If you open this up, you can reveal a place to store a LEGO minifigure, maybe unwillingly though. There's also a pretty long Venomized T-Rex tail on this thing. And now we've officially assembled our giant LEGO Venom army. If you want to see every LEGO spot hidden back here, if you open this up, you can reveal a place to store a LEGO minifigure, maybe unwillingly though. There's also a pretty long Venomized T-Rex tail on this thing. And now we've officially assembled our giant LEGO Venom army. If you want to see every LEGO Spider-Man vehicle, click on this video right here.